Okay, so before I go, I wanted to tell you all how I did this, and Chris is not here because he went over to his parents' house to work on their Christmas tree. And so, yeah, I thought, why not get creative, do something, make a tutorial or attempt. And so here it is. This is what I ended up with. Hope you like it. If you have any questions about it, it's weird. I never know where to look. If you have any questions about the tree, you want to attempt it at home, you want to ask where I got some of my materials. If you want to ask where I got some of my materials, go ahead and leave me a comment. Send me a message, a direct message on Instagram at myballoonstyle, and I'll make sure to respond to all of you guys. I'm always willing to help and share some of my tips and experience with my balloons. So yeah, that'll be all for now. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Hey everyone, this is Erik. I'm here to show you how to make a Christmas tree out of latex balloons. I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned and let me know what you think. I think so. We can do 11s. Gotta put your hair back. Put your hair up. You're about to get down and dirty. You don't want your hair getting all over the balloons. If you have long hair, not a good look. You don't want hair on the balloons. So what I do is you vacuum the space that you're going to be working in, because the balloons tend to attract dust and hair because of the static. And yeah, I'm out of breath because I was running around trying to set up. Setting up for a YouTube video it's work. By the time you set up, sometimes you're like, shit, what was I gonna do? Sorry about that. I'm trying not to curse, you know. So here we go. My sister said she wanted to see a green Christmas tree made out of balloons. I will not be sharing the products that I used because I am not a sponsored and I'm still starting. I've done a lot of research and I've done a lot of creative brainstorming. Done a lot of purchases to try the product and to see if I like it. I'm not ready to share what I'm using. I'm trying to get a little more followers, a little more likes, comments, shares, more feedback from anybody that's watching, any of my friends and family. And so I hope you don't take it as a negative. Right now, I'm not ready to share the product that I'm using. I'm not being sponsored. And yeah, we're gonna start with using with what I have lying around at home because of my balloon garlands. This is a different video. This is gonna be a how-to video so that if anybody wants to create these looks for your private, intimate gatherings this holiday season because of what's going on, you can get creative with your family and have some fun. So this is what we're gonna do with this video. Okay, thank you for watching. Like, share, comment. Anything goes. It gives me more visibility on this platform, so I'm really appreciative and I'm really grateful of the time that you give me. So thanks for watching, and here we go. I might forget to say a few things, but I'm gonna try to do some voiceovers, add a few notes to the video, and let's go. I wanted to put some music in the background, but my devices are still charging. This is why I tell Cristito I need to have my own studio, because I could just leave everything set up. Right now I'm in my family room, so I feel bad for my family. Sometimes they want to come down and watch TV and they can't because I'm up here, down here I mean. So let me plug this. So for this you're going to be using 18-inch round balloons and 12-inch, 11-inch round balloons, along with 9-inch and 5-inch balloons. Those are the different sizes that I'm going to be working with today. I'm going to start with the green because my sister wanted to see a green tree. So I'm going to do a green tree with green balloons, and then I'm going to try to fill it up with different colors, maybe some metallics, maybe The star is going to be silver because that's what I have right now. Max. I'm going to be using a balloon sizer. You don't have to, but I recommend it. It kind of allows you to make a more uniform look for the cone of the tree, the Christmas tree. So I'm going to be using this balloon sizer. You can find it. It's a balloon sizer. Feel free to do your own research and find your own. This is what I got. And this is my pump. It's dual nozzle. It makes it faster because you could do 2 balloons at once. So you start with clusters of 5. So the clusters you're going to be making for each size is clusters of 5. So just to clear that up, you're going to use 5 balloons that are 12-inch, 5 that are 11, 5 that are 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, I believe is going to be the smallest one because then I'm going to use the star on the top. And so you want to start with 12-inch, calibrate it to 12 inches. That'll probably be the best way. It'll be about here high, about. So we're going to check it out. This is going to be my second one, and I already did one. It's about 4 feet tall, but I started with 10-inch balloons as my largest balloon. So I'm going to blow these up into clusters of 5 balloons per cluster, and I'm going to show you how that's done with these large ones, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you with the 11-inch, or I'm going to show you with the 10-inch. 10-inch will be easier for everybody to see. The color, again, that I'm using is going to be the forest green. So grab 5 of your balloons. And so just to clear this up, I'm using 11-inch balloons, but I'm going to blow these up to 10 inches. So we'll want to give ourselves that 1-inch cushion per balloon. The reason why is because then it won't be so expanded and it'll be more difficult for them to pop. These are good quality balloons that I use, so I don't have an issue with balloons popping. But depending on what balloon you're using, always inflate to 1 inch below the actual size of the balloon. That is my recommendation to you. It's a tip. You're welcome to use it or not. Figure out your own methods, but don't get discouraged. It's just balloons. Actually, it's not just balloons. It's balloons, but it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of technique. You learn as you watch videos, as you go to classes and whatnot. So I'm sharing what I know with you just so that you can have some fun. If you can't have anybody make them for you and you have that extra time, then you can do them yourself with your family and friends, and it'll be fun. If not, you can hire me. So here we go. I'm going to show you what the cluster looks like. Here's a noise. It's going to be 10 inches. That's the 10-inch circle. And this is how it goes. You want to press them down. That'll give them, you press the balloon down, it gives it a more circular shape. When you go here, 10, 10, you're good. Tie it up. You're going to make yourself a cluster of 3. Press it down. There you go. There's a cluster of 3 10-inch balloons, and then you're going to make one more. Press down. Make it go through that 10-inch hole. That's when you know you're good. Make a dual cluster. That's just 2 balloons. And you can come here, grab your 3, grab your 2. And there you have it. Here's a cluster of 5 balloons. You're gonna do this for every size that you're gonna work with, depending on how big you want it. Again, I'm gonna start with 12-inch balloons, and then I'm gonna go down to 11 and 10 and 9. And so let's see how tall it ends up being. It'll be pretty tall. Okay, so yeah, let's keep blowing them up. Of the larger balloons, anything larger than 12 inches, it tends to be a little difficult because there's so much tension within the balloons. They're so big, but that'll probably be the most difficult part. See, then once you start arranging them, they'll kind of find their spot, and you can work from there. So that's 10. Now we're gonna do 11s. See if these will work.
Sorry. These are 11s. Just grab a bunch here.
Okay, with these I am being a little daring. I decided to use, after all, the 11 up to 11, but I do not recommend this. I've seen multiple videos of people saying don't do this. But I don't want to waste the larger balloons on this tree, even though it's just 5 more, but I don't have that many left. So I'm going to go ahead and do 11 up to 11 and hope that these don't pop. But again, I do not recommend this. I'm just doing it because I'm living on the edge. When I first tried this, I tried it with just 4 balloons, which are quads, but I noticed that it wasn't as full as I would like. I wanted the tree to look nice and full, with very little crevices to fill. And I did a little more research, I started watching more videos, and I realized that if I do the 5 clusters, they get closer together, they're tighter together, and there's less filling for you to do. It makes it look more lush and full. And then all you have to do is blow up your minis, and yeah. So there's the 8, now 7, 4 more to 7. I said 4, I meant 5. At this point, I'm being a little picky just because I want them to be like exactly at 8, but once they're all together, you really can't notice the difference. Sorry, my hands tend to get tired. Two more for the cluster of 7-inch. Okay, there's 7. Let's do 6. 6 is a little complicated because you could do 6 with 11, or you could try it with a 5, but I don't recommend that. That'll be overinflated and you don't want that teardrop pear-like shape. You don't want that. You want it to 11 inches. I don't want the colors to get, the sizes to get mixed up, so. Okay, we're at 6, and my smallest is gonna be 5 on the top, so that's it for now. I'm gonna show you what I've got. Just so you guys can see. We're starting with 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. All clusters of 5 balloons. All right, and this is where it starts to get fun. Let me see if I can do this. Adjust the camera for you guys so you guys can see what I'm gonna be doing. I'm using this. I'm not being super picky with the colors, and you won't really be able to see it as much. But this is a 260 balloon. You can use ribbon, fishing line, balloon ribbon, whatever you feel that will tie your clusters. You're gonna start with the largest one.
Tie it really well, make sure you secure it. Okay. You're gonna put them down on the floor, like this. Make sure that they're all, it's kind of hard to show them. All 5 have to be touching the floor. So, all 5 need to be touching the floor, like this. And you're gonna grab the next one over, put it on top. Eventually, it gets easier once you start going around. So once you pull in the ribbon, the 260, you're gonna go up, down to one of the larger ones, up, and then down again. Grab one of the larger ones, then go up again, down, one of the larger ones, turn, up, just secure it. You're gonna grab another one of the 260s, leave that there. I wanna make sure that I'm in There we go. Hopefully you were able to see that. I'm going to grab 2 more here. Tie this to the last part that you have here. You don't have to give it a lot of pressure. These balloons are actually really good. These are 260 balloons. They're so elastic. They make it easier for you to build. So grab your 10-inch, 12, 11, 10, 10-inch balloon. Do the same thing. Place it on top. And so what you have to look for here is making sure that, see it's one, and these two, they're like kind of zigzag or diagonal to each other. So you have this pattern going. This pattern right here, this is the larger to the small, the larger. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to bring it through. They're in the front. Bring it through. Go down. You don't have to go down to this level. In, over, in, over. Attach another 260 before you run out. And you keep going. You want them to be secure, so sometimes you want to go around one balloon several times. Okay, here we are. I think I'm going to need more of these, so I'm going to be right back. So I'm going to have them right here. I'm going to bring them through. Bear with me, guys. Oh, here we are. I'm going to keep this one handy. I don't like to tie so many at once because then they get caught up in the balloons, and that's not a good thing. Excuse me, my goodness, I hope that was not heard on camera. After a while, your hands start to hurt a little bit, but let me go and see how high the image is on the camera. That is pretty high, so let's move it up a little bit so you guys can see. Excuse my heavy breathing. Okay, I forgot what size this is, but you guys get the concept. I have 2 left, so it's got to be 6, 7, this is an 8-inch. We are at 8 inches. 8 inches is where we're at. I'm not super confident about this size, so I'm going to go over it a few times with the bottom layer, just because I lost track of where I was doing it. I mean, I'm sure it'll still stay, but I like to feel that it's secure. The best way to do it, for the most part, I followed this, but the best way to do it is to do number 8, number 8, number 8, and then that'll make sure that you're grabbing most of the balloons. So I have 2 clusters left. I think I'm going to do one more just because I don't want it to be super tight. I don't want this to be like too much friction. Cluster here. So I think that if you wanted this to be taller than you would have to start off with probably 14-inch balloons at the bottom. So you need about a 14 down below, a 13, and then this goes on top, so it'll probably be about this tall if you wanted something tall. Niño. Last one. Again, find that cluster. Make sure you position it so that it's centered as much as possible. So we have to use more. I don't know what it is. Towards the end, I lose count of where I'm at. I might go over a few extras a few times, and that's what makes me use more of these. But if you're paying attention, you could do a bit less. You want to go outside, Matt? There you have it. Okay, let me show you what I have. So this is the thing about these. There's a slight color variation here. because these are blown up to bigger sizes. Then it gets darker and darker. I don't mind that. I think it's kind of cool actually. And then what's next? You start filling in these little gaps with ornaments, and you can choose any colors you want. I'm gonna go traditional Christmas colors because it matches our stockings out in the back. So for now, that's what I'm gonna do. Pardon my mess. That's all my balloon stuff there too. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do that too. All right. So grab any color balloon. Let me position this back here.
So in this video, in this section of the video, I am pretty much just explaining the quality of the balloons that I utilize. I ensure that the quality is good for outdoor and indoor. Usually for indoor, you can control the environment and oxidation will not occur as fast. When you use good quality balloons, oxidation will still appear, but if it's indoors under a controlled environment, it will take a lot longer for the balloons to deflate and lose its color and its shine. Usually, for me, if I have an outdoor event, I will work on the garlands day of ahead of time, but I'll make sure to keep them indoors. I also use a product that shines the balloon and protects it from the sun and debris. It makes it last longer in terms of shining, and that's what's being explained in this video. Here I'm attaching the last set, the last cluster of 5 balloons. These are 5-inch balloons. This is the last cluster that goes on top right before placing the star. In this part of the video, I start to explain that I'm going to be blowing up 5-inch balloons to use as ornaments on the tree. And at this point, I was trying to figure out the color variation that I wanted to go with. I decided to go for a classic Christmas look, the colors being red, green, white, and silver because the color of my star is going to be silver. And here I had to actually step away and figure out the colors. I went with the lime green because I wanted it to stand out a little more and wanted it to look metallic, uh, as if it was emulating the ornaments. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just doing some of my brainstorming to figure out the placement of the ornaments and the color combination that I wanted to go with. I also want to point out that I started to use 5-inch balloons blown up to 5 inches, and I did two of each color. The 5-inch balloons would be ornaments that are going to be placed starting from the bottom of the tree, moving up to 4-inch balloons in the two mid sections of the tree. And then lastly, I'd go with 3-inch balloons that would be at the very top of the tree. This creates a little bit of uniformity on the shape of the balloons. I'm sorry, on the shape of the Christmas tree so that it doesn't look too bulky or like it's missing something if I was to use the smaller balloons at the bottom of the tree. So here I'm pretty much explaining that I start from 5 inches, 4 inches, and 3 inches from the bottom. So I do two of each color, 5-inch at the bottom, 4-inch in the middle, and 3 inches on the top. I use glue dots to secure the balloons. It's when it's something that's latex to latex, I do recommend glue dots to be utilized. These are great for adhering the smaller balloons onto the larger latex balloons. One thing I do want to mention though is that once you secure a latex to latex via glue dots, it is very difficult to make them unstick. Usually, I've never had luck with misplacing a balloon by accident and then taking it out without popping the balloons. So it's something that I want to recommend to you. Just be very careful when you're placing the glue dots and you're attaching the balloons. Once you stick it on there, it's pretty much just, it's there to stay. So work slowly, work calmly, take a few breaths, make sure you figure out where you want the balloons to go exact before you place the glue dot and stick them. Otherwise, you're going to be yanking out the balloons and popping all of them. And you didn't go through all that work to get popped balloons. So that's what I'm explaining here. You just figure out the color combination, where you want to place the colors, evenly distributed amongst around the tree, and always take a few steps back from the project. That's something that I forget to do myself sometimes. It's always good to take a step back and look at what you're working with, look at what you're doing so that you can figure out the placement of the balloons. You can see where you're missing a certain color, where it might be too cluttered, and that's just one of my tips to you. Here I'm starting with the 4-inch balloons. That's going to be in the midsection of the tree. And I started to place them and then turned the tree clockwise instead of counterclockwise so that you guys could have seen. But notice how I'm not putting anything on the back because I plan to place the tree against a corner so it's not going to be visible, and I didn't want to waste any of the balloons that I had, so I decided not to place any on the back side of the tree. Pretty much I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how I do this, but if you were going to have this in the center of a room where you're going to be able to see it from around, then you do want to fill up the entire tree back and front to have a nicely decorated tree. And here lastly, I am calibrating the pump so that I can get 3-inch balloons. These are going to be placed at the very top and the peak of the tree. Here we are at the final stretch of adding all the ornaments that I inflated for this tree. I like how it turned out. I like that the colors are evenly distributed between the top and the bottoms. And again, don't mind the backside because no one's going to be staring at the backside of the tree. Um, so here I'm finishing it up and adding the last few balloons that were left. Lastly, I am about to fill up the star. The star is compiled or composed, I don't know what the right term would be. It's compiled of teardrop shaped mylar balloons. You can look for these as starburst balloons or mylar stars. Um, I'm not sure of the size that I used, but it creates a pretty decent sized star. And what you do is you inflate them, and as you go, you start to tie them around. Just be very careful because the mylar material is very sensitive. If you pull too tight, it will break off, and you'll have to figure out a way to glue it. That actually did happen to me while recording or filming this video, and I had to use a glue dot. Those are not the best because glue dots are best for latex to latex, not latex to mylar or mylar to mylar. Mylar requires a stronger hold. You have to find a low temperature glue gun to secure it and make sure that they don't uh, lose its shape. And I do apologize. It's really difficult to film and work at the same time. I almost forgot to switch the camera, but here I didn't get the full picture, but you kind of get the idea. I tried to make sure that I could get everything recorded, but by then the star had already been stuck. And here, as I said, one of the cones broke off, so I had to use a glue dot to place at the top. Notice where I will shortly add that last cone to the final touch of that star. Here are my two babies. They're just playing around. I figured I'd let them sit there so you wouldn't be staring at a blank screen. I had to run and grab the tree. What I'm about to do here is spray it with my magic shine. We're gonna use some of my magic shine. Also, another thing I kind of came up with myself because I wasn't finding product that I liked that fit the quality of shine that I was looking for. There's many balloon shiners you can use. This is my own, and here we go. Need another glove. The great thing about using this product is that the shine will last for days. I've used this on some of my arrangements and I've had a good 2 weeks of great balloon shine. The light reflects beautifully. It will hold its shape, its form, its shine, the glow. I love this product. This is something that I offer for an added fee to all my arrangements. Uh, I do have to note that if the arrangement is going to be in close proximity to any food, I will not be able to use this product because it's not safe for to be around food or any open flames. But if it's something that's going to serve as a decor to a room away from food, then by all means, I do recommend it. It will last a very long time. It will look beautiful. It will photograph beautifully. And yeah, I believe that's it. All right, guys. Well, I'm done. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video of how I created my Christmas tree out of balloons. If you like, share, comment. Any type of feedback is always welcome. Please go follow my balloon page on Instagram at myballoonstyle. Again, that's at myballoonstyle, all one word. You can find some of the stuff that I've done for customers, clients, just for fun, being creative. This is what I like to do on my spare time, and hopefully you enjoy this Christmas tree. So thank you for watching, and yeah.